So in today's video, I'm going to share with you a drill that I did with a pupil earlier today that absolutely transformed his ball striking and actually made him make the comment about, wow, this is what it must feel like to be a great ball striker. So keep watching, watch till the end, because I've also got a nice free gift for you to help you with your golf, as all these videos are. But for now, let's get into it. And let me share this little secret with you that's going to save you thousands of hours. So the pupil this morning, setting up to the golf ball really well. And he's not a golfer who hits it a particularly long way. So what he said he was trying to work on was trying to make that backswing a little bit longer so he could generate some more clubhead speed. But what we tended to see, that his backswing was really long, and he really struggled with the contact. So even though it was accurate, we can see on TrackMan there, 76 mile an hour clubhead speed, low point 0.6 inches behind the ball, clubs travelling up 0.6 degrees, 57 yards carry. But the key was he was either crashing into the ground behind the golf ball, or he'd miss the ground altogether and thin it or top it. So I said to him, maybe sometimes we don't need to have the longest backswing in the world to create some nice clubhead speed, but most importantly, get that clubhead speed, energy into the ball and get you hitting the ball further. So straight away, he was intrigued by that. So I said, let's think about your clubhead moving in a circle around your body. Ideally, we would like the bottom of the circle to be after the ball so that we hit ball and then ground. But how about with a circle being drawn, we need two key things. So we need the width of the circle to be consistent, but we also need like the middle of the circle not to move around too much. I said, and I don't think for you it's that you're moving around too much, but certainly the width of the circle changes a lot during your swing, and it's how good you are at compensating. So I said, obviously the width of the circle would be from here to here, but because the club's change length, that changes. But for argument's sake, here to here could stay fairly consistent. So ideally, we'd maintain that width on the way back and then the width on the way through. So I said, what about if I got you to hit some shots that almost felt probably waist height, but a bit longer, back and through? Let's see how that would be for you. So the first thing he did was he stood up and just 5 or 6 shots, terrible strike, and really struggled getting the ball going. But it was interesting that he instantly said, well, surely I should have more control there. And I said, well, no, because actually it's just a mini version of what your golf swing is. So I said, if we looked at your swing face on, what we would see is even with the shorter swing, this distance here, as you swing back, that distance gets smaller. So if you maintain that distance, you're going to top it, or you're throwing the arms out and we're bottoming out early. So I said, how about if we wanted the club head to travel a bigger distance, how about we worked on being wider on the way back, hitting the shot and being nice and wide on the way through? And you can see straight away there's like a light bulb moment for him. He's like, that makes sense. So I said, I want you to make a few swings and I want you to feel on the way back that the hands are almost as far away without letting the body go. The hands are as far away as they can. Then you're going to move towards the target, swing down and try and feel like the hands are a long way, as far away from you as possible. So he did a few swings. And initially tried to put lots of speed in. I said, look, don't worry about the speed. We're just going to focus on width. And once he did a few of those, I was like, that looks great. Let's see if you can do that with the golf ball. So he stood up. And straight away, we noticed the low point was ahead. The clubhead speed didn't actually drop down much. So we can see there, 2.2 inches ahead, clubs travelled down 2.6 degrees, and 137 yards carry, rolling out 160. Now, obviously I'm doing this at my speed. He was a little bit slower than this. But his first comment was, well, that swing that feels like a half swing, maybe 3/4 swing, it's actually going further than normal, and my clubhead speed is actually about the same. And he said, so all that extra movement for me doesn't pay off. I said, yeah, but you imagine that width, trying to just time that right every single time, and then like this makes it hard. So your circle is almost like a U rather than an O. I said, so let's do that again. Let's feel almost like the hands get back to chest height, but almost as far away as I can. And again, just maybe finish a little shorter on the way through. And the next one was even better. So a nice consistent club head speed. Low point was further ahead. Club was moving down more and more carry at 148. And I said, so when you're able to get that width, then you shift and swing down. We can see we're going to collect the ball at the bottom. Then we're nice and wide and extended on the way through. And it really made me kind of think about, I'm a bit older here, showing my age, kind of when Tiger Woods, early 2000s, was really talking about how wide, and he actually used to make the point that when he was wide, it was shorter. So he could feel wide and short. Obviously, his body was able to turn a huge amount. But once you've got width in there, it's much easier to make a consistent movement. And then as long as the body's not moving excessively and it moves towards a target, you're going to control your low point. You're going to get ball and then turf and get some better results. So then we stood up and we said, right, okay, could you feel however far, as far back as you can where you can stay as wide as possible? So we stood up, made a swing, and we saw another jump in club head speed, actually making him faster than he was at the start, kept the low point ahead, club travelling down, better strike, and we just saw the distance picking up more and more. And he actually made the point in the full swing that if he's wide, it almost feels impossible for him to be too long with his swing, which for him is a great feel, and that might be the case for you guys. But it definitely starts with being shorter and wider, and then short and wide on the way through. Now, if you are enjoying today's video, please like it, share it, subscribe to the channel if you don't already. These videos are all about you guys playing better golf. Please comment below and let me know how you found today's video, and more importantly, is there anything you would like me to cover that could help your game? So we said, right, before we go into that long one again, we're going to go a little bit shorter, but really concentrate on as wide as possible. Almost feel like you're overdoing it. And the results were just unbelievable. Brilliantly struck, long, accurate. And he made the point, it just almost feels like a nothing golf swing and feels almost like he couldn't do it wrong. I mean, what a nice way to feel. I will stipulate that it wasn't that he couldn't do it wrong, but it definitely made him feel more like that. And then, like I said before, we then gradually worked longer. Still feeling wide as we can on the way back. We're down, feeling stretched and wide on the way through, but then let the swing collapse to the finish. So long and wide. And we felt we could build more speed in, still retain that great strike, still retain great control on the direction, and pick up plenty of distance. So if, like my client earlier today, you're somebody who struggles with your ball striking and you don't want to be trying lots and lots of different things, think about, can we make our circle more consistent? So not moving around excessively, but can we be nice and wide on the way back, wide on the way through? If you can, I guarantee that's going to strike it better. It's then going to give you the ability to maybe get a little bit longer with the swing and start hitting some of the best shots ever. Now, if you have stayed till now, good news is I have got a free fundamental series of videos that are going to be up in that top corner. You can click the card, enter your details in there, and the videos will come over for you to work through. Now, if you are somebody who would like to work with me one-to-one, I'm currently opening up just a very select few spaces for my online coaching. I'm going to pop something on screen and in the description below. So if you are interested, get in touch. I can work with you wherever you are in the world to help you play better golf than ever before.